Welcome back to the lab, guys. So today I've got a little treat for you guys. I'm going to be going over something kind of something I like it. It's really nice for when you're running VDI or running really large clusters. It kind of takes care of things for you, and that is Vsphere Drs. And you're going to probably be wondering, DRS, more acronyms, fantastic. As I always say, great, more acronyms, we get to learn them. So stick around, guys, as we go over what is Vsphere Drs. Alright, an introduction to VMware DRS, or as it should be called, Dynamic Resource Scheduler. That's what DRS stands for, everybody. So let's dive right in. Alright, VMware DRS, real quick, can only be enabled on a VMware HA cluster. HA stands for high availability, right up here somewhere, not sure where yet. I'll be putting the link back to my last video where I went and talked about high availability. Go ahead and take a look at that if you're not sure what HA stands for or what it's about. Now, what DRS is about, it's pretty cool. DRS is basically allows us, I should say, to load balance, power management, virtual machine placement, all automatically, or with rules and set definitions that the engineers or administrators set. What DRS allows us to do is we can go ahead and tell it that we want it to load balance, and it will keep the pool load balance. So right now over here I've got 3 hosts. It will actually go ahead and try to keep the system's balance between those 3 hosts. It will actually go through and say, okay, and here, hold on, let me go real quick. If we go over here to summary, check this out. See, it says balance. What that means is that it will actually allow and move machines to make sure that no host is actually overburdened too much, which happens a lot sometimes. Sometimes if you don't have DRS on, and I've seen it before in enterprises, we go out there and they're like, this one host has just been bogging down. Well, we see that they've got 12 out of their 15 systems running on there, and their other 2 hosts each have 1 or 2 systems. And we're like, you got to move some stuff around. DRS helps with that. It will automatically take care of that for you. That's why it's called Dynamic Resource Scheduler, and that's what it does with the load balancing. Now, another cool thing is power management. DRS, you can actually go in and enable, I don't know if you guys know about iDRAC or IMM or ILO, but basically what it is it's the remote access console that allows machines to be used and access over an IP address, even if they're not turned on, and allows communication. Using DRS, we can actually leverage it to do wake on LAN and such, to where we can tell hosts, say if you got a big cluster, you got like 12 hosts in a cluster, we can actually tell DRS, turn these hosts off until you need more power, which means that if you start to fill up on these hosts and you're not feeling confident that you're balanced over here, go ahead and spin up a new host, and that's where power management comes in with Dynamic Resource Scheduler. The last one is virtual machine placement, which to me is a big one and really why I like DRS. DRS allows us to go in and make rules that we can go ahead and say, I don't want either one of my domain controllers to be on the same host. So we can actually go in and create rules and say domain controllers can't be on the same host, and DRS will do as best as it can to make sure that both of those domain controllers stay off of the same host. So that way if you had a host failure, you have a DC that stays up. Another instance would be, say you're running, the virtual vCenter appliance, VCSA, which I'll throw a video up here about how to install it and what that is. I've got one that I did on that. If you're running those in high availability, you can also write a DRS rule that will keep those systems on separate hosts. That way, if you had a failure, you can instantly just be like, oh, this one's up and running, I've got it, it's fine. Now, what also is great about DRS, if you have all your notifications and everything set up, is it will notify you anything that happens. If it has to go and remove a machine, power management, load balancing, you can make those all alerts that you'll get managed by. Now, managing alerts and all that stuff, I do plan on going that over in a separate video. This video is about DRS. I feel pretty good that we covered, a lot of the basics of DRS. In my future videos, I'll be going over more, especially with VDI, because DRS really helps in large VDI environments when you got 100, 200 different, virtual machines on a few hosts. So stick around, guys. But for right now, that's it for VMware DRS. If I didn't cover anything, if there's something I missed, if there's something I need to work on or take a look at again, drop me a comment down below. Hit the subscribe button, guys. Loving all the support. And as always, everybody, I'll see you in the lab.